It's what they do, man.
Yeah. So, do we want to do future pop this time?
Future pop works for me.
Let's do this. Let's see what this is like. All these music options. Woo. See, that's what you doing. How's life?
I'm good. Just oh man, I'm just jumping from thing to thing to thing, and uh, people people play on my emotions to get me to do things, and I don't know if you know. I'm sure you know how that feels. Like, oh, because I can do it, let's have you do it. It's just cool. It's like I like building things, but I also have to be realistic with my time sometimes too. So it's just like a fine. Like I'll hear you out, see what it is. If it's of interest, I'll probably help and find the time. But it's tough to find time these days. But
Oh
still
yeah,
enjoy it. How about you?
real good. I was actually kind of journaling or writing on the exact same thing. Just that yeah, I started off my entry with, as always, I end up doing so many things. At least this time, like I can be pretty confident and say that all of the things that I'm working on are of value to me, that they matter, right? So working on bookends, like I know that this will change the way that I function in many areas
Mhm.
of my life and improve it. Is a goal. Uh, Dad bod is a game I can play with my wife, and I love that idea. I love building games. That thing just gets me excited. Passion project, right? All the streaming that I do to garner attention, advertise, to make known
Mhm.
what we're doing, uh, gather, garner more followers, all that good stuff. Also, fun. I just put together a Discord server, and I finally feel like I have a place where I can send people when, or just like I can advertise, send people there. Like, hey, if you want to work with me, if you want to do this, so the community is going to have weekly group coaching. All that's free, by the way. Weekly group coaching, weekly newsletter, monthly training, like that I talked to you about on like tech, how you build
Mhm.
software, things like this. So that's what I'm doing right now, and it's time to start ramping up my advertisement of the
Mhm.
space.
It's tough. It's tough. Like I try to get the word out there. I try to get people to come check out the streams, and I appreciate even if it's one or two people at times. I know I've had times where I've had 30 people. That's crazy, and it
Yeah,
seems to be anytime I tag like AI related stuff, people just join from Twitter. So I think I'm gonna probably like for myself. Um, I've got this time set aside. I've got some time for Pact that's going to be coming up for a whole series with Pact. And then really, I think a series for working on the AI tools that I'm working on. And I'm actually working on actual like machine learning algorithms. And so I'm kind of just learning a little bit about that. And I want to see how I can apply that to some of the things I'm doing while I'm working with somebody who's a lot, a lot more advanced in that field. I was just taking a liking to what they were doing. I could see how you can apply that stuff to basic tools and make them really powerful and do really cool things. So still a little bit out of my depth, but it's coming. It's starting to make more sense now.
cool. So you're gonna work on some ML things?
Maybe, maybe I've got somebody else working on it. I'm helping them, kind of like I am with you. I've built the interface for him to be able to take all of his tools and present them graphically, let people interact with them graphically through many different, you know, back end features. And so it's kind of been fun. Just simple front end and get going.
Nice. Great. That's awesome.
So now we bookend.
Yeah, now we book it. So, what is your intention for the next hour?
Good to make sure that um, we get to a point where you're reading in data from the back end, and it's as you would expect it. Let me rephrase that. That you read in data from the back end, and that process works, and we can fine tune things as needed. let me reset the expectation just a little bit. I think the broader one is tough to do in an hour, but I think we can make some good progress today.
So I'll say, I guess my intention is the same as yours. Just still read data from the backend, so that if we can get to the point where I can maybe push data to the backend as well, I think that'd be an awesome place to be in. I don't expect to get there today. It's kind of loud. There we go. Okay, so yeah, just reading data in from the backend. That's my goal. And we got this nice README. So we're going to follow it. First fast API ends. Let me share my screen. All right, so I'm already in app. Need to activate this. Oh, hit the source. Do I always need to install the requirements?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, I did it anyway. Yep, all satisfied. All right, CD app, unicorn, main app. All right, so we got the back end. Just double checking actually. Oh, right. Did you set up the .m file? That's what we were working on last time.
The .m file.
Yeah, so instead of adding the password and username to my path, I can just add it to the .m file.
I did not add that in here.
Okay.
I saw you send me the note on it, but I don't think I did anything more with that. I can do that. What was it? Let's add the to my requirement list here. That is python.env. Oh, I already got it in my requirement list. No.
I think you sent me a message in Discord saying that you were going to add it.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like, I'm not going to share it unless you want me to. Like, I usually don't share these in GitHub in case somebody gets access to it.
No, I don't expect you to have the .m file in here. I do expect it to pull the information from the .m file. That's it.
From in here. Okay, so
I'm on stream and I just clicked on my .m file so everyone can see my password.
That's exactly what I do all the time. There's no stopping it. No matter how many times you do it, you're still gonna do it again.
Yeah. So like, I have the .m file isn't shared. Like, it's in the git ignore, which is what I meant to click on. Yeah. Just part of this setup process would be create the .m file, add the bookends, bookend underscore Mongo thing. There's my daughter.
Sorry.
So, yeah, I don't expect to share the .m file. Don't do that. Just have the python.m thing, read it in, and use that instead of your path.
All right.
In the meantime, I'm going to run this here application.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually, how this loads.
Does it just work?
Yeah, it reads, instead of having to specify every variable in your code, you can just load the M file and it knows the variables, which is just freaking smart. Like,
Well, I mean, the variable name is at the beginning, and then it's just got an equals, and then it's got the value.
yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, why not? Why not make it easy? It's not how I'm used to it. So,
Well, I'm glad we're knocking your socks off with the ease of use.
it doesn't really help me when I don't. Unfortunately, it doesn't really help me when uh, I don't use it in JavaScript, which is what most of my stuff is in. Although I'm changing. I can't really explain why, but I'm changing.
You're changing. You're moving towards Python.
No, God heavens, no.
Oh,
I just redid my entire API to be very, very efficient. And some of the like, I find that there are certain things that both of them do really well. I find that mass hitting Java is just a little bit easier to work with concurrency and just how it's built. I feel like they're built for two. They're almost the same these days. Like all the languages, you can do everything you want with them. I happen to know JavaScript very well, and so I don't have to think. I just can type. For Python, I don't do it as much, and so when I'm using it, and it's what I'm using for the AI stuff. But when I'm not using it as much, it's not. The syntax trips me up sometimes, and I find myself trying to do Java instead of Python, and so instead of doing that, I just do what I know. And they both satisfy every use case I have. So if I know one better, for me it's just easier. But I'm forcing myself to do more Python lately, so I'll probably end up with a pretty mixed experience. But I just for some reason I just like I just tend to like Java more. I don't know why. I like Node.js. Not front end Java. I like Node.js. I really like that. But port.
okay.
Sorry for anybody who's looking at my blank screen right now. I just want to keep it off for a second so I can not,
Effort.
not share my passcodes and stuff.
I'm working with ChatGPT right now to try and figure out this overflow issue.
So if you have, all right, never mind. All right, if you fetch the latest package for Bookends, it's got all that fixed now.
Okay.
I only had to add an import command. Apparently, uses the same structure, which is nice. Ah, and now I just shared my. Gosh darn it. Whatever. I'm just gonna have to go reset that password now. It's open. It's not secure data. It's not. It's just test data. I don't care. But
Yeah.
we're gonna have to figure out a better plan to stop doing that.
Maybe, yeah, streaming as you build stuff is fun and all until you have to share secrets.
Yep. Well, as long as when we get to the point where we actually run something, it probably just gotta be more careful. Until then, Wild Wild West, baby. Whatever happens, happens.
Yep. All right, so let me kill server, reload it. But it should load in the .m file if I have it right here.
Yep. The .in file in your root. Yep.
Okay. All right, then let's start this back up. So backend, I'll comment this, I'll restart, let's see if we get an error.
I think you will, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, XML request error. It's not a very specific error.
It's not a parsing error, is it?
No. Just says XML request error. Or patch, browser current, cancel and value. This is not very clear. Put it in a back. Let's see what we get. Okay, all I get is this error.
That's backend.dart. I suppose I can see it better on here.
Yeah, I'm still getting a temporary redirect from the server itself.
/bookends URL. Oh, what's your URL set at?
Right now it's HTTP localhost 8000 / bookends.
Oh boy. What happens if you add a actually hold on, let me see. Let me see if it's that ticky-tacky. Yeah, try it with a slash at the end of bookends. Just humor me on this.
I got a different response from the server. It loaded. Hey,
Yeah.
let's go. Okay.
It's very touchy.
Okay, so we gotta have a slash in bookends.
It's very touchy, man. It's one of the things that drives me a little bit nuts, not gonna lie, when I switch between Python and JavaScript. It's one of the little nuances, and maybe there's a way to get rid of that because I don't like it personally, and I'll go dig on that a little bit, but should at least get the list of bookends that are available.
Actually, I got authentication failed. Bad.
Bad. There's no authentication though. Cores allows everything right now.
Codename Atlas error, code 8000. I don't know if that's helpful.
Yeah, that's the database.
Well, I mean, isn't there auth with like the username and password that I put in? Isn't that a thing?
Did you put that? I assume you put that whole string in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show it to you.
Whatever. We're gonna change it anyways.
Yeah.
Can you string that thing? String that thing for a second.
Stream it?
String it. Like put quotes around it.
Huh?
Yeah, try that. And then reload it. You have to reload the whole server. Or save. Nah.
It'd be nice if I got an output saying whether or not it loaded this as intended.
You could probably print it and see if it's undefined or not. Print the bookends _ Mongo.
Yeah, I would just print a true false, like if bookends _ Mongo exists, like if bookends _ Mongo print.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's still got an Atlas error. My guess is that it's not loading in this .m file. Does it need to be inside of app?
I left mine at the root.
The root of backend or the root of the project?
Like the root of the project itself.
Okay, mine's at the root of backend. Let me move it.
Which should be fine, but you just try, I guess. It's not gonna hurt anything.
Which means, so now it's actually going to get added. We need to add a get ignored here. Yeah,
Same thing.
Yeah, still bad off.
Can't really see your. It's kind of fuzzy. Trying to see what that string looks like compared to mine.
Is that better?
There we go.
I made it bigger.
Yeah, I'm gonna just show you mine before I go change it. Cluster.eco.mongo.net. Try removing the rewrites true majority stuff. Yeah, there you go.
No, still bad off.
Bad off. Let me see if the logs show me anything. Just give me a second. I'll go look at the. Look at the logs. Or you know what? Hey, give me 1 second. Just try Bookends. I'm just gonna let go. I'm gonna send you mine. Just try mine and just try mine. See if it's just something goofy with.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I gotta remember to go change it. I don't think there's a lot of people.
Whoever's watching right now, you can hack our entire system.
Yep. It took me 15 seconds to fix it.
Kill everything. That worked. Okay, so it's just me. So
Yeah.
Password.
I'm alright with that. I would check your username being capitalized. I don't actually know, but
All right. Well, let me take a look. Let me rotate my password because you know that's important. Every time I log in, these guys have me fill in a survey. It's sort of like, okay, why?
who is you fill out a survey?
This Atlas.
Really? I've never filled out a survey ever.
Okay. Every time I log in,
they think you're a survey guy. They know I'm not.
it's like, what are you using us for? I've given the same answer. I've given the same answers 2 or 3 times now. So I'm an organization member. That probably,
Yeah.
things.
How's your organization?
Keys, API keys? No. Is it? Do I need to project 0? There it is. There it is. Network access. Nope. Database access. There it is. Oh, my username is Sterling. This isn't Lazadica. There's my problem.
There you go.
All right. Let's add the password. Auto-generate secure password. Copy it. And not show it off to the world. Perfect.
Did that work?
Let's test it. What did that off? Be quiet. Give me that crap. Did I type my name in right?
Hold on, I'm going in there to look. I'll be your person over the shoulder.
Do I have the right permission? I mean, I have the read and write to any database role.
Yeah, I remember. So Sterling is your username.
Yeah.
And then your password is your password. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You've got the same access that I do.
Okay. All right. We're gonna try this one more time. I made sure I saved my .env file this time. Retry. All right, come on, jump that off. What am I doing?
Read and write. Got everything.
Oh, maybe I need to click update. That's it. I needed to click update. Let's try again. That off. Boom, we did it. I needed to click update.
Right.
Come here.
There
That's
you
it. On me. Update. Clicking update's important. Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah. All right, so we can I mean, what did we get? Did anything happen? I mean, we got two. All right. So we're not showing off my password anymore. We're gonna shrink the text again. Okay. All right. So what says I'm getting back an error? What? The server says it's giving back response 200. Okay. What? Well, it's probably just on my side. Let's see. Why would you give me an XML HTTP request error when I got back a response 200?
Is it not the format I was expecting, maybe? It's required string ID.
So you don't have any headers?
Mm-mm.
Your request? None?
Mm-mm. The only thing well, it's just curl. The only thing I add is the content type.
Yeah.
So you could add that as, I'm sorry, yes, that is a header. I don't even think about it. I always just add it. It's just robotic. Is what? Yeah, application JSON.
Huh. What the fetch, man?
But you're getting a 200 back. Can you print the result of what's coming back to you?
No, it's throwing an error in the get before I can get back the response.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. So, I mean, server is, oh, now I'm getting a 405 method not allowed. What? Oh, probably because I changed the content type to application JSON.
But that's what I'm doing for my get bookends content type application/JSON. Application/JSON content type. Yeah.
Okay. Adding the header on my side gives me this error where it says, okay, we're getting options, bookends, HTTP1, 405 method not allowed. What? There's a slash here. All right, temporary redirect. All right, so back there. So we need this backslash.
Sure. Response. Yeah. I mean, it's a basic. I left it to be the most basic request.
It's probably something incredibly stupid. As per usual.
I do find that getting started is the hardest part. And then once it's started, it's like everything just kind of flows. I didn't see anything backend.dart.
So you're not getting anything on the back end that looks weird? Why can't I see the response? I get back a 200. It's responding with 200. That's not allowed if I have headers.
Bookends. And you're just returning. It is coming back as it's an array.
Let's do this. Be right back. Where did I put my phone? Right, so that error wasn't super useful.
Can you try my curl command just to make sure there's not something funky going on? I discorded it to you.
Okay.
I usually always default back to those whenever I'm running into an issue.
Yeah.
They're like if there's something, anything, it's just like those things are dynamite.
No, it sends me back all the stuff as expected. Look at that. We got our bookends, default bookend description, null, public, true, questionnaires. With the two
And those
IDs.
questions,
Yeah.
Yep. And they all correspond to questionnaires, as we talked about, answers, answer group, all that fun stuff.
Yep. Perfect.
I don't know, like, I mean, you're just doing a simple. I don't see anything in here. I don't know enough about Dart, but I feel like, give me a second and I can look up an example too. Like, what does a Dart get HTTP request look like? Flutter pub add HTTP, which you have in here.
Yeah. I mean, this is it. Yeah. If you see anything in there that's
Feature list bookend. The only difference is you have your list as bookend, and in here it has future HTTP.response. Fetch album, make a network request.
well, that's because I plan on doing things to this list before.
Yeah. No, I was just looking at a simple example. Return.
I'm gonna try running it on my Android device. Except that's not localhost. Dang it. Okay, never mind. Kill it.
I see the example of the http.get URI.parse URL. Return. I wonder if your return is what's causing your, like, what?
No, because I mean it's airing out up here.
But you're getting a 200, and then you have to parse the response, right? Because you're getting the 200, which is good.
Yeah.
And then it's choking after that, right? And I know it's a little, if it sounds goofy to you, it's probably because I'm just looking at an example, a very, very simple example. And in here, they're just parsing it differently. But you're doing print response.body, which is RESP, which is fine. That should. JSON, does it need decoding? Like, do you need to specify that it's JSON or like break it down? Like I do like JSON.stringify my responses. Like, do you have to do something like that in here too?
I probably will. I'll need to do.
Like in your print statement, you've got print resp.body. I wonder if you need to decode that.
Well, it's not even getting to this line of code.
No.
I just do print swag, right? let me launch the app back up because I built it to try and run it on Mac OS because Chrome was just giving me the JavaScript errors, and these are not useful personally. And honestly, there might be some CORS issue with.
CORS is, I think I set a open CORS policy so everything should be allowed.
Okay.
I'm looking. Oh, did I lose my CORS?
So it doesn't even get to the print swag here. Like I don't even get there. So I don't even print this response body. It's failing here. And it's catching the error and printing out the error in the stack trace. The error is XML HTTP request error. The stack trace is Dart SDK lib HTML with futures and stuff in here. So I don't know exactly what's causing the problem because we are getting back. Excuse me, we are getting back the error 200, or not the error 200, like the OK like 200 code. But it's just not parsing it, or it's getting angry. I don't know. Chrome is doing something and causing issues.
Well, let me add something in here real quick, because I know when I switched these, I think I took my CORS. I might have taken my CORS config out of here on accident when I was refiddling with all this. Let me just add this back real quick. Let me make sure the server runs. No, it's on here. Okay, server's running. I mean, it shouldn't be an issue, but let's just kill that as an issue. I just uploaded a new main.py. Well, whatever's different. See if that helps. Have to add middleware, yep. Did it not like that?
No, I keep trying to build the Mac OS application.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't like me trying to do that. Oh, it worked. It worked.
Okay, so I'm sorry if it was CORS. I thought all that was in there. I must have taken it out when I redid the main.py and I never put it back in, but I didn't think about it because usually curl will complain too, but Chrome is a lot finickier.
Wait, I actually don't know if it was able to run, if it pulled your stuff. Hold on. So now we have an iOS, we have a client exception, the socket exception, connection failed, operation not permitted. Yeah, so it still couldn't connect. What? What are you trying to tell me? All right, ChatGPT to the rescue.
It looks like on your at least the cool thing is though, like let's break down what's cool about this is it's got the right questionnaire count and it's got the right question count. Unless that's your data.
That's my data. It's the dummy
well,
right here.
The dummy data.
Yeah. Because I mean technically what I need to do is I need to pull the bookends.
Yep.
I need to pull all of the questionnaires. Then I need to pull all of the questions.
Yep.
So I'm not doing any of that. I'm just trying to get the bookends.
Yeah. Let me make sure after I change that actually that my code still works, because yeah.
The Flutter app doesn't have permission to make the network request.
What does that mean? Middleware.
Okay, so I think Chrome gets angry because it's an HTTP request, not an HTTPS.
Yeah, that's possible.
I think that Mac OS gets angry just because I need to add to the info list. Hold on.
Oh, wait, is it run pub? Is that what run? What's the command to run Flutter?
Flutter run.
Flutter run. So cd. Oops. Cd bookends. I mean, I'm curious what happens on my computer. I guess I could run it too.
Yeah.
Choose one. You doing Chrome?
Right now I'm doing Mac OS. I'm just
All right.
I was trying both, and they both. Yeah. Okay. I remember dealing with this in the past. Where is it? Where is it at?
Debug. .307 temporary redirect.
Yeah. So I need to add this Apple Security Network client to the debug profile and release entitlements files. So
I got the data on mine for what it's worth. I've also used this before a couple times on my computer, so I might have already added whatever you need. But I had no problem pulling it up on my computer.
okay.
Like if you look at the Chrome developer tools in the console, it returned the data we expected.
Okay. Well,
Maybe just yeah. I don't know if you could try Chrome again, but I don't know if the Mac OS one's a pain.
all right. Does it? There we go. We got it. Okay.
Perfect.
We pulled the data. We did it.
We did it.
All right. So now we can do JSON, decode, maybe encode, encode, desktop body, boom. JSON. Right. Now we do final questionnaires. Okay, would it be possible to do something like a GraphQL lookup here on my end?
Mm-hmm.
Or something similar so that when I call get bookends, the backend just
spits out what
automatic,
you need.
yeah, automatically handles querying all the different questionnaire IDs and the question IDs.
Hmm.
Because as it stands right now, I'm going to need to make how
No,
many?
yeah, you don't have to do that. I can put something together for you for that.
Okay.
So when you call that, I can get that added.
Yeah. So basically, just replacing this, and the questionnaires does return a list like it's stored as a list like this,
Hmm.
but it should resolve as a like having the actual object.
Hmm. I know what you mean.
Okay.
I don't think read all questionnaires. No. Yeah, I'll think of something on that.
Okay. Yeah, I trust you. Well, there we go. We did a thing.
Well, I can also test it now because I can actually run the app myself, which actually makes it a lot easier for me because
Perfect.
now I can live see it, you know? Like I can
Yeah.
check the log and see, okay, I got the objects I expected. It's going to be a whole heck of a lot easier for me to know if it's right. But now that you're reading the data in, right, that was the thing. Like, let's get that into the app. Yeah, I think we can speed the rest of this up now.
Yeah. There's always this overhead.
It's setting these projects up is not like it should be easier, but it's just not it's not hard, it's just tedious. I always find it's tedious, even simple. So keeping it super stupid simple at first is always, in my opinion, the better approach.
Yeah.
Um, because if we were like 5 steps ahead like I wanted to be in my head, troubleshooting this stuff would be really painful, right? Like,
Yep.
is it the chicken or the egg? So
Okay. Well, I can pull data. Shows up. It prints it out in the console so you can see it. I guess there's one thing I'll fix, then I'll push up my changes so you can play with things.
mhm.
It'd be backend page.
I'm going to remove this backslash from everything, if that's okay. Or do you want to keep it now?
Get rid of it.
Yeah, I hate it. So I don't know why.
You're good.
It'll probably end up driving me nuts, but let's see. Just looking up an example of how you can do this with Fast API. Let's see, read Bookends. There's your kiddo.
Right. I'm still struggling with this. It's kind of funny what the things that trip you up. I feel like I've solved before that I just can't remember to solve. And this time it's I want to make this row expand all the way to the far side, but I can't figure out how to make it do it and not throw
But you,
rendering errors. So as per usual, it's always like there's just like one thing. It's like, yeah, no, this, nope, not gonna do it.
nope, not today.
Yeah, and I don't get it. I don't understand why.
I'm sure, I'm sure you'll figure it out though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a common thing that you would want.
It's uh, it's all uh, it's all a ruse, man.
It's all a ruse. What? What do you mean? They're trying to.
They're just trying to get you hooked in, and then they're like, um, not going to be able to do that now. Just can't do it. And then you're like, well, should be able to do it. And then like a week later, you're like, oh, that was easy. Why was that so hard?
Yeah, the solution is always generally pretty simple. Oh, maybe that's my issue. There we go. Got it. Woo! Man. All right. Okay. Well, with that, I'm a happy camper. We were able to pull
There you
in
go.
the back end. I'm able to run your Python library. You're able to run my Flutter app. So now we can test each other's stuff, play with it, get it all working. So I think we're in a pretty good spot here. The UI looks acceptable now. I'm able to run to the questions, and so adding just an input field in here is going to be easy. And I think that'll be my next step, is just adding an input field. How do you feel like we did today?
I feel like we did good. Some of these issues, they're going to happen. Getting our environment set up, that's all part of the process. And so for me, I think it's important to remember some of this and document some of these issues. So if we do this, again, we know you don't have to fiddle with it, but it's hard because every time I do it, it's always a different issue. Essentially, it's never the same one.
Yeah.
So
Never-ending updates of data.
yeah. So well, I'll work on this to extract everything and hopefully
Okay.
maybe just keep plugging away, and I should be able to return that, and I'm be curious to see if I can format it in Flutter to return it instead of your dummy data. The examples I looked at looked like it was pretty easy.
So. Yeah, so if you want to go that far, then honestly, the way that it would work is you're going to JSON decode the string. So you're going to get the string. You're going to JSON decode that bad boy into a map. And then all you're going to need to do is do bookends from JSON and just pass it this bookend data. That's it. And if the data is formatted correctly, in the same way that I have it, it'll just give you back a bookend object. So I need to.
Don't worry if you got to do a bunch of stuff for this. I can look at the console too, and obviously my terminal, but
no, like this. That's it. Actually, you'll need to, since for potentially getting back we're getting back a list of bookends. You're probably gonna want to do like a for loop. There thing or the or in bookend data. You want this to be bookends. Then you want to like bookend from JSON each of the things. But turn it into a list. But this should honestly, the goal is that this is as complex as it gets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Awesome. I'll comment this kind of code out. And potatoes. All right. Awesome. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Got my UI thing fixed up. Successfully pulled data from the back end. And now we can iterate.
That's right. I think that was our goal, right? Get data from the back end.
Yep. That's the only thing we wanted to do. Slow and steady. Yeah. Probably take an hour over the weekend and just work on building out the input forms for the Flutter app, so I can both input and like both pull bookends, create responses, all local for now. Store the responses locally and then sync them up when I have a network connection.
Okay.
'Cause none of that really relies on the back end
Yeah.
until you need to sync them up.
Sounds
And then
good.
a functioning app.
It's a start. Gotta start somewhere. So,
Yeah. Right.
well, I'm happy we got pulled in. That was what I wanted to see. So I'm happy. And
Now you
here.
you get to play too.
That's right. Now I can see it,
Yeah.
put my hands on it, and
Make
it do something. Yeah,
work.
that's right.
I like it.
So,
All right, Amir.
all right, man.
So-
You
so
take it
much.
easy.
I appreciate it. Have an awesome
Thank you.
weekend. See you, man.
You too.